Well, utilisation is a really important part of hunting and game management. One, it shows respect for the animal, and two, it's really important in game management to keep hunters' motivations up so they get more involved in game management. And New South Wales is going to be faced with a real challenge in the future with game management and pest animal management. And what we want to do is engage as many hunters as we can so that we actually have a hunting industry where the deer management actually is a positive thing for New South Wales rather than it being a negative thing and actually being a cost, so that hunters are going out, shooting the animal themselves, utilising it, bringing it home, really enjoying the meat. And in that way, it's far better that way to actually bring the meat off the land. You're not leaving the carcass out there. It's not feeding carrion feeders, or it's not feeding other predators such as foxes or wild dogs. And that way we can save money. We don't have to have control programs or as many control programs for wild dogs or foxes in those areas. There has been scientific studies done in relation to kangaroos, and where they leave the carcasses lying in the paddock, you can have an influx of foxes, and it helps the breeding of the foxes. So if we can get hunters more involved, more motivated to go out, hunt, utilise it, share it with their family, share a really healthy meat. The utilisation of the meat is a really good way of showing people how genuine hunters are about the complete experience. Hunting is not just about going out there and killing the animal, it's about going out there. It's actually, hunters immerse themselves in the environment in a way that most people do not understand, because you have to be really, your senses have got to be tuned, you've got to be quiet, you've got to be in tune with the environment, know which way the wind is coming, what the animals are doing, so you actually do become part of the environment. And this is something that city people are really removed from these days, and that removal has also taken people away from actually understanding where meat comes from. Where you have livestock, you actually have to have dead stock. And actually going out and harvesting an animal, whether it's taken to an abattoirs or like what we do, there's nothing wrong with that. The best way to get this comprehension for people who are in the city these days, for them to understand it, is by enjoying the food, enjoying the meat, understanding where it came from. And if they understand that it's been done humanely and that animals had a really good life right up until the time it was harvested, then they will appreciate the environment, the animal, and also the harvest that's happened, and then the food that comes about. The hunting tourism in New South Wales at the moment, we believe, is a $500 million industry. We know from our licence holders, which are only about 13% of the current firearms licence holders in this state, it generates $59.1 million of economic benefits. If you multiply that by 10, it's well over $500 million. We can turn what is currently an animal out there that's not being utilised properly into a real tourism benefit, and that helps regional New South Wales. At the moment in New South Wales, we generate over 900 jobs. If we can get more people involved, it can be a major tourism benefit. And also, if we can get it out there so that not just the guys who are going out and hunting privately, but the commercial hunters are harvesting excess animals and it's going into a quality restaurant so that people accept it as a really quality food, it will become part of our daily life. And it is a really healthy food to participate or to utilise.